If you're an entrepreneur, you're someone who wants to maximize the opportunity that you have by building a business in this nation. If you're not an entrepreneur, some aspects of the American dream are certainly still relevant to you. The information I'm about to share should be alarming to you whether you're building a business or not. Every year, the Annenberg Public Policy Center conducts a Constitution Day civic survey. And this past September, they found that 34% of respondents, U.S. adults, could not name all three branches of the U.S. government. 34%, that's more than a third of American adults cannot name all three branches of the United States government. Yes, I can name them: legislative, executive, judicial, right? Two generations that are going to make up the workforce for years to come, Gen Z and millennials. They are asking this question, or they have a fundamental misunderstanding of this question. What is the role of government in the lives of the United States citizens? One of the ways that the answers to that question play out is in your business. In the remaining of this video, I'm going to do two things. Through one video clip, I'm going to show you how that 34% of people is people you know, people in your business, people in your community. In fact, people who are taking center stage influencing this nation. Secondly, I'm going to stress the importance of the consequences of us being ignorant in civic matters as entrepreneurs.
Our nation was founded on the fundamental principle that all people should have the freedom to live, to worship, and to be without fear of violence or persecution. Every person has the right to live safe from violence, hate, and bigotry. And for those reasons and so many more, President Joe Biden and I have a duty not only to keep the people of our nation safe, but to condemn unequivocally and forcefully all forms of hate. Since we took office, President Biden and I have fought to uphold that duty. Over the past decade, America has seen a rise in attacks on houses of worship. So in response, we expanded funding to protect houses of worship from violence. After a surge in hate during the pandemic, in particular anti-Asian hate, President Biden signed the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act to improve the reporting of hate crimes and to ensure hate crimes are investigated quickly and thoroughly. Earlier this year, in response to an historic rise in anti-Semitic attacks, we also released the first national strategy to counter anti-Semitism.
I cannot believe she said the fundamental principle and then named three things that were not the fundamental principle. The fundamental principle is, for we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men were created equal and endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It has nothing to do with the freedom to be. What does that even mean? That doesn't even mean anything. It has nothing to do with that. This is the problem. This is why 34% of our nation not knowing the three branches of the government has great implications, because we allow the vice president in our nation to post something, be seen by millions of people, that is her actually vocalizing that she is not doing her job. You can't get rid of hate. You can't create a world where people have freedom and there be no hate, no bigotry, no prejudice, because I'm not free to express an opinion that you might not like. You see, there's an impossible nature in the things she said in the first minute of that clip to everything that she's going on about. And that's why that 34% has real implications in your business, because this is going to shape the minds of people within your business, people coming into your business, people who want to work for your business, other businesses you have to work with in your business, and so on and so forth. It is important, it is imperative that we as entrepreneurs have civic knowledge so we can hold the people around us and ourselves accountable, so we can hold politicians, president, vice president, accountable to the things they want to bring forth that impact our business. Vice President Harris, President Biden cannot stump out hate. But you know who can stump out hate? Entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs who lead their companies with values, who have a mission, who have a vision, who gather together a group of people committed to that same thing, go out and do good in the world. Those are the people who can combat hate, but you're never going to ultimately remove it. So the level of ignorance sits currently at 34%. Here's the implication of that increasing. If it goes beyond 34%, 44%, 54%, 64%, all that means is that the people who walk around having authority, public servants, public officials, vice president, president, they won't have accountability for the things that they're saying and doing. The things that they say and do will impact us directly as we build businesses. So 34% of people don't know that the United States has the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. I promise you, we don't want to try to build businesses in the world with our numbers 44, 54, 64%. At 34%, we had the vice president being able to share with millions of people that it's her job to go do the impossible. That's not okay. So we don't want to see a reality. We don't want to see that as reality. So it's our responsibility as entrepreneurs, as business leaders, as community members, as neighbors, to take responsibility over civic knowledge, because your lack of civic knowledge directly impacts your ability to build the kind of business you dream of building. I promise you, you don't want to build a business in that kind of environment. I'm Darius Bell, and this is Bigger Than Business.